Hi students, welcome back to Soil Science. So we are still in chapter 1, but for the second part, that is from where soil comes from, or the origin of soil. Okay, in previous chapter we touched on definition of soil, what mineral salts and also organic salts. Okay, sure. In this chapter, one of the keywords I'm going to use throughout the chapter will be weathering. What is weathering? Weathering is the soil formation process. If questions come out in exams, question might ask, define what is weathering process. So weathering process is a soil formation process that involves physical weathering, chemical weathering, and also biological weathering. How soil forms? What is actually weathering? Okay. Initially, before the soil forms, everything in a rock form. Okay, we call it as bedrock. The whole layer is rock. It's going to go through weathering. The bedrock break down into smaller rocks, and further weathering process continues until it forms sand, silt, clay. Sand, silt, clay is part of soil. To form 1 inch of soil for mineral soil, I'm explaining for mineral soil, to form 1 inch of topsoil. Remember, topsoil, 1 inch of topsoil, 1 inch means 2.4 cm. 2.4 cm of soil, it will take about 500 years. More or less, otherwise for organic soil, it will take about 1,500 to 2,500 years to form 1 inch of topsoil. You can see the difference between mineral soils and organic soils here. Even in previous notes, it's not mentioned there, but this is part of the comparison that we can make. Okay, so to form 1 inch of mineral soil will take about 500 years to form 1 inch of organic soil, or vice versa. It will take about 1,500 to 2,500 years. Okay, weathering process is the process of breakdown of soil, breakdown of rocks, bedrocks into smaller rocks, and further breakdown into sand, silt, clay, which are soil. It involves 3 weathering process. The physical means touchings. Anything mechanical, anything that involves touchings or collision. Chemical means it involves chemical reaction, while biological means the breakdown of rocks into further or into smaller parts or smaller rocks involve either microbes, the plant parts, or animals. There are 5 main factors that are affecting the rate of weathering. It involves time. It will take time. Okay, as I explained just now, it will take about 500 years to form 1 inch of topsoil. Okay, that's what I mean by time. Biota means animals. If an area that have a lot of microbes, the microbes will produce oxygen. We have anaerobic and aerobic bacteria, which some of the bacteria will produce oxygen, and it initiate the growth of plant parts. And plant parts, let's say we have a rock, a seed is dropped on top of the rock. We have a suitable condition for the plant to grow. When we have a suitable condition for the plant to grow, it will start to produce plumule and also what we call the root parts. The roots can break or can penetrate the big rocks, and when time goes, the rocks can break into 2 pieces. And this is part of a weathering process. That's why we mentioned that there are 5 factors. One of it is time, because it takes about 500 years. Biota, it needs animals, it needs plants, it needs microbes. Climate. Okay, when we have a stagnant period of climate, let's say we are in Europe, always have a cold temperature, so the weathering process will be slow. Nonetheless, when we are in tropical countries, we have a humid period, then we will have summertime, hot, humid, and then we have different seasons, right? Or mixed seasons, especially in temperate countries. They will have one season, one particular for 4 months of 4 seasons, right, in European countries, while in Asia, we talk about Malaysia. In Malaysia, we have a mixed season, a rainy season, and also hot. It's a mix, right? In a week, when I talk about summer in West Malaysia, in a week, at least one time it will be rain. So the climate is changing. It's changing rapidly. It's changing rapidly. That will increase the weathering rate. Weathering materials depends on type of rocks. We have limestone. We have alluvial rocks. We have sandy rocks. These kind of different barren materials will have different weathering rate. And then topography. Topography means the surface of the area, whether it's hilly or it's flat. If it's flat, then the weathering process will take time. Nonetheless, if it is hilly, right, when the rock is falling down from top of the hill to ground, it will break down into pieces. Okay, this is another factor. So there are 5 basic factors that form that initiate or that help the weathering process. It's time, biota, climate, material, and so topography. Okay, this one I already explained previously. Okay, weathering process again I already explained is involved physical, chemical, and so biological. Okay, in previous news series they have used different notes which explain detail of what is physical, chemical, and biological. But for your level, I just list down what is physical, chemical, and also biological to make easy, to make your life easy. How is all made weathering? You can see on the left hand side corner here. So you have the rocks break down into small pieces. It involves heat. You can see here heat and cold. That is, you recall back what we did, what we looking in last slide. We talk about climate, right? So heat and cold. So it's changing of frozen, defrosting, defrosting. That means it become ice. Ice become liquid, ice back, liquid, ice, and liquid. Okay, that is a physical weathering. Increase the pressure. It will increase the pressure to the rocks. When it's in ice form, the surface area of ice is lesser compared with the surface area of water. So when the surface area is high, the pressure is higher. No chemical reactions involved. But for chemical weathering, we have carbonation. Carbonation means it will release carbon at the end of the reaction. Oxidation, you will reduce oxygen. Hydration, you will reduce water. It will reduce water. It will release water. Dissolution means it will dissolve. It will react. Both chemicals will react. It will dissolve. And hydrolysis means it will remove water. Okay, there are chemical reaction involved, and produce will have products. Okay, this one we call it as products. The carbonation, oxidation, hydration, dissolution, hydrolysis is the product, the process that happens via chemical reactions, chemical weathering. Well, the last physical weathering will be biological weathering, which again they explain that it needs bacteria, fungi, mosses, lichens, or plant roots. So you have to understand and also remember these processes, because in excess might come out. Please list down the biological weatherings, the microbes, or list down 3 or 4 that help biological weathering or chemical weathering. So list down 5 processes of chemical weatherings. Yes, these kind of questions can come out in exams. Okay, this is further explanation on what is physical weathering, chemical weathering, and also biological weathering. You can go through it in your slides. Okay, paramaterials were also already explained previously. Okay, in Malaysia. Now in Malaysia, these are factors, right? In Malaysia, we have 5 main paramaterials: granite soil, mostly you can find in Perak and also Pahang area, limestone in Sarawak and also Pahang and KL Selangor area, basalt in Sabah, Pahang, sandy stone at Pahang area, at Sabah area, a lot of sandy stones, especially in Sandakan as well, and alluvial in Sandakan. It's very easy to differentiate the paramaterials by its color, by its look, by its texture. Factors of soil formation, this was already explained. We already glanced through it in the first slide of this part. Okay, there are 4 basic processes in soil. That is addition, losses, translocation, and also transformation. Okay, don't be panic. Don't don't confuse with weathering and also 4 processes. Weathering means a soil formation process. These 4 basic processes. That is addition, losses, translocation, and transformation. Addition. Addition means we add, okay, soil from one area move to the other area, okay, through our weathering. When we have water runoff, the soil particles from one area, when it's moved to the another area, is already addition. Losses means when erosions happen, when soil moves from one particular area, the soil at that area is lost. When it's moved to the other area, when it's deposited to the other area, it's addition to that area. So this is the addition and also losses in soil processes, while translocation and transformation. Translocation means the location is changed from top, from horizon, normally minerals, normally nutrients. For example, when we add fertilizer, the fertilizer contains nitrogen, phosphorus, whatever nutrient that we apply, animals or microbes, or when leaching happens, nutrient will pass through the top layer, the A horizon, and reach until B horizon. This process is translocation. The location is changing from O to B. Well, transformation is the process where the shape is transformed. For example, in this picture, you can see plant parts, right? It's a leaf. What will happen to the leaf after 2 weeks? After 1 or 2 weeks, it will be compost. It will change into organic material. Okay, this change is what we call as transformation. Transform. It's from its original physical state, it's transformed to become compost, it's transformed to become organic material. This is transformation. Okay, remember, for basic process in soil, it is addition, losses, translocation, and also transformation. Thank you.